Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on iKeysRacing. Boys and girls, welcome back also to you. And if you were updated up to the second episode, you have seen we have won the Battle of Mini with just 2 races to play. Now, today, chapter number 3 is about the Drift Kings, where we are not running anymore our beloved Austin Mini Cooper S, but we are switching to a Lotus Cortina or an Alfa Romeo GTA, running on a Magny-Cours Club circuit on the small and tiny Nürburgring, and on Monza Junior here close to my hometown. So we will take a bit of time, especially on Magny-Cours, to set up the basic setup of the car. I must admit I'm for the most more keen to race British and Japanese cars, so maybe I will get a Lotus Cortina, but if you have different preferences, drop down a comment, and then the next video I will change the car so we can go on in our hands-on career on GTLegends. And let's see, between the Alfa Romeo 800 kilograms for 190 kilometers per hour, 126 kilowatt, it should be around 140 horsepower. Instead, the Lotus Cortina is 30 kilograms heavier, have 4 kilometers of speed more, and just 3 kilowatts less. So I must admit, maybe for the, let's say, compromise between weight and power, I'm going to be Italian and choose the Alfa Romeo, if you don't mind. Or maybe I had already a Lotus Cortina in the garage. Okay, I stay with this. Is not a huge difference between the two, also because with 20k money something I cannot purchase the Alfa Romeo. So let's go. And also I can't purchase the Lotus 2, but strangely I have it already in my garage. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to still stay with the amateur level, that because I'm not very good in this game and very new also to this game, maybe it's the best option, just to have a fair battle on track. Okay, here we are, and we have a virgin setup, if you like. So I'm going to drive a couple of laps just to understand better the car. The only thing is that I'm going down to just 11 laps, save the Magny-Cours setup. Okay, and because we are just 6, let's go to score some lap times and take a bit of practice with this car. If you don't mind, I still have my beloved cockpit to show you. Okay. So we will start without forcing too much the car. I have to learn also the track. Okay, does not seem too difficult. I think we have to just get the right compromise between the response of the car during brake points, because to me sounds like there isn't a single brake point area with the car with all four wheels, tires, sorry, straight. And yes, for sure the car is so far too soft. I mean, there's a lot of movement from left to right, balance of the body, so not really my preferred attitude. Top speed does look decent. I just feel the front of the car is not biting enough. But let's try to follow someone else just to see if I'm just making the wrong interpretation of the track. Too wide. Okay, it's not the time to push too much. We still have to check a bit the setup. So for sure here, let's start with this time the right rear, because sorry, the right front or front rear, because this time the majority of turns are on the left, so the part of the car more hammered will be this. And as you can see, the internal temperature is quite low compared to the inner part and the outside part. So we have to bring up the kilopascal pressure for the tire and recheck it. And the same was happening also on the front left. As you can see, the mid part is a bit lower than the internal and external one. The rear part is okay, more or less, even if the rear right tire, that is the one on heavy weight for the majority of the track, needs to be blown more. So let's go here also with 2 kilopascal more. This time we can also play with bumpers, rebound and springs. This is a nice choice. Anyway, let's see. This looks like the Mini. I would start definitely to increase the stiffness of the bumpers, and let's see if it's okay or not. Also the brake bias, if this is the right pronunciation, to me is a bit too much. I prefer to have more grip on the front, so I move from 59 to 60, and let's see with another test if it is the right choice or not. Okay, the car now looks more, well, is the way I feel it. I feel it less loose with the bumpers, so more under control. And I can also apply brakes in a more controlled way, or at least makes me feel so. Just a bit of understeer. And at least we are more or less keeping the pace of this Alpine or Alpine Renault. But maybe we have ended the time at our disposal. Anyway, we did the right changes, I feel, for what I've tested with just the short time remained. So I would go this way with the qualification. Okay, ended. So qualification. Just to be sure, we load again the setup. I would say also the gears are okay. Let's do just 10 minutes of free practice and qualifying for the contenders, and so we will discover where are we placed for a pure lap time. It's true that during practice we were racing with almost the afternoon gone to the night, so maybe here temperatures will be higher, so we will see if we will have to accordingly change something in the setup. Too narrow in the entrance at this turn, and I've been also accordingly slow in the exit. Wow, too much. I want to see the replay because it was funny. We were not bad in the transition, because we went very deep in the braking zone. We were also getting a bit of fantastic. I like it. We were, let's say, a bit deep in the braking zone, so a bit better than our contenders. And be careful on curbs, because as soon as you hit them, the car gets quite nervous. Here. Yes, and while we are sliding, we can use a bit of steering wheel to give a bit of direction to the car. Maybe take advantage of all the space. Maybe not so much, because this game is developed like with the same engine of R Factor, the other two titles of GTR, and if you go outside the ideal line, you get a bit of a reduction of grip. Okay, I go to the pit, and let's see how temperatures are currently. So there's still space to blow up a bit more, to inflate a bit more the front tires, and more or less we are 2 seconds far from the best drivers, but I think it's okay. We can then fight in the race, I think, for the victory. We will be fast like we have seen now, and there will be a bit more reduced in performances. Okay, so let's accelerate the time, and qualification are done, so we can go to the next session. 5 laps to race. We have fuel for 11. I would not touch the setup, is okay as it is, and if you're ready we can go to race. Sorry, because I don't see the mirrors as usual. I'm sorry. I will check after the race the single mirror at the top of the screen. Yesterday I was using more the 2 original one built in the car. I've kept the throttle down, but it was not really a decent move. The last one a bit better. P3 now, I think. P2. Let's see if we can catch the Ford Mustang, looks like, in first position. In the slow part of the track we are not really fast like the others. Ooh, oversteer, I'm losing the car. This is not good in the sand. Let's see the mistake we did. I did. It was all okay until this point. Decent line, but a bit wide maybe. Then in acceleration, the second gear made me lose the car, and the bouncing effect completely made me lose everything. So now we have 2 laps to at least score more points, but I think we will finish 6. We have completely lost I have completely lost my mind and my control there. Yeah. I had too much confidence in my car exiting the first turn. That actually is the third turn. I should have been more gentle with the throttle. And maybe we are in the last lap, so the race is over, at least for the victory. Also because in this game you are not like in Gran Turismo for PlayStation, where when you finish outside the track there is a sort of elastic attitude of the other cars that slow down to wait for you. And they do. Okay. Also the computer says you need to try harder and harder. But unluckily I've been quite a lemon today. And from a lap time point of view we're 1 second full slower. Anyway, we will retry. Let's see if the championship goes ahead. Yes, because we go to the Nürburgring. So let's do also this race. And let's see if you can do something better. So load the previous setup and save it also for the Nürburgring. Let's try to have some practice just to understand if the car is okay or not. Okay, now I recognize the part of the track. This is the hairpin also present in the modern Nürburgring, also because I don't know if I've said to you at the beginning, but this game is reproducing cars of the 60s and the 70s, but making a sort of revival of the original historic FIA championship, and tracks are so modern, and the game itself is built up around the 2005 season, 2006, I don't remember. The historic FIA GT championship. So it's nice to have modern circuit layouts. Okay, going back to the car behavior, I think gears are more or less okay. I do not see any particular point of the track difficult to be raced. On the left here you have seen a white area. To me is a nice braking point. The hairpin can be taken full throttle outside in the exiting part to be then quick in this quick left-right, but as soon as you arrive in the apex of the curb, it's time to brake, maybe a bit earlier also. This is the slowest part. There's a bump here. And the checkered flag is here. So there will be quite a nice race start with a lot of cars braking heavily in the first lap. Maybe will be also a spot to pass cars. Let's go to the pit and check temperatures. Okay, so we still have to inflate the front tires, maybe not the rear. I would save the setup as it is. Also because there's not a lot we can more or less do as soon as tires are perfectly shaped on the tire surface, on the track surface, sorry. So I would go to the qualifying session, maybe reduce a bit the fuel. Okay, let's go. Oh no, sorry. I wanted to remove this silly no, it's the virtual mirror, sorry. I have to remove it before starting the cup, the race. So sorry for this time will be badly simulated. Yes, they brake very hard. I'm sorry to not have any HUD display to show you, but for what I've understood, this game in the cockpit view just gives you the view of the driver. I should give you this view, but I don't like it. I can't drive without being in the cockpit. Too wide. Too wide. And that would bring the braking balance a bit on the front, because the rear under heavy brake zone area tends to slip away. Okay, I'm decently happy with the behavior of the car. Let's say that even if when I try to push too much, the car is not too nervous and can more or less control every aspect of the car. I don't know if I'm quick or not. Even if globally is a bit understeering car as a general behavior. But like a Porsche, you have to control it using the gas. Anyway, let's go to the pit, let's check a bit the lap time, and then we will be back. We can inflate more, nice. Also the rear can be increased a bit, and maybe we will get a bit of more grip. Looking at lap times, we are not badly placed. We are still as a sort of average. Okay, so let's have this race. Race will be, I haven't seen, 5 laps. 5 laps, so we load just a bit more of fuel, just to be sure. And let's go. Always a decent start, really my special skill. Okay, P4. Let's try to reach the podium this time. No, and not. For sure there's something we have to improve. I have to improve. Sorry guys, I was pushing too much this car that must be used with more knowledge and practice. Because I was trusting too much the behavior with cold tires, and I've paid 2 times in a row after just 1 lap. My too high confidence. Sorry for you to watch a lemon, but at least is even if I'm not streaming live yet, I'm not joking, not cheating on the game itself or on the way I drive, or I win or I lose. So maybe this hands-on playlist will be longer than predicted. Because for sure we will have to redo this challenge. And do more practice. Generally, when I drive rear-driven cars, sorry, I'm more in confidence. But I must admit, this Lotus is making me completely sweat. Ooh. I don't know if it is the last lap or there's just one more, but I can't do more than P4. Yes. So even if the software says that I must not give up, this 4th place continues to be just the best I have achieved, and not really what I was expecting. This time I was the 2nd quickest and very close to the quickest lap time of a Shelby GT350. That is also the car that completed the podium. And so what? Sorry for making you lose time. The next episode will be for sure a bit better, because I will try to improve my behavior with this Lotus Cortina that has been anyway capable with Mikael Gustafsson to arrive 2nd in the ranking. And maybe there's still a 3rd race in this challenge. Yes, Monza Junior, but I'm going to cut here the episode. We are almost, I think, around 45 minutes. So far, thank you for watching. I give you the appointment to the episode number 4, where we will race this Monza short circuit. But for sure, I will redo this championship, this cup, very quickly, to be sure to get at least a 3rd overall finishing place, and hopefully to advance in the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. See you very soon in the next episode, and as always, stay home, stay safe, stay racing. From Italy, in this case from Monza, near my hometown. All the best to you all, best wishes. and see you very soon. Bye bye.